it is not Miles Morales. This is Frankbrox Art. This is something new I'm thinking about doing on Fridays. So, you know I love Spider-Man. I'm going to do Friday Spider-Man drawings. So, let me know what you think. I got a lot of stuff down the pipeline that I'm working on. Like doing some animated shorts and, everybody's been liking BB and everything. So this is something I'm trying to do, something that's different, cool on Fridays, because we got the Marvel Mondays, we got the Anime Wednesdays. So I'm thinking about doing Spidey Friday or whatever. I may rename it or something, probably do another YouTube channel. But anyway, check out this. It's not done yet, of course. I'm working on it. So let me know what you think. All right, guys. I didn't know what I wanted to do when it came to drawing this Spider-Man. At first, I wanted to draw maybe a Spider Ninja or something like that. But I was like, that's how it started. And then eventually it kind of turned back into kind of taking what I saw on the Tokon Fighting Spirits, Spider-Man, and maybe just adjusting some things here and there. But basically, I was kind of getting some inspiration from some old fighting games and how some of the, some of the outfits for some of the Final Fury and, maybe Street Fighter a little bit, but, mostly Final Fury or whatever. So I was trying to take some ideas from that, from one of the characters. I was like, well, maybe I can do just a cover up over the mouth area, as just like a ninja mask, where he'll show some of his mask, the eyes, and then the lower half will be covered, but you can see his hair and his forehead or whatever. So I started working on that, then putting on changing his lower half of his costume more of a ninja kind of outfit with the kind of the baggy kind of top pant, and then around his ankles and his thigh, or lower area, near his ankle, where the calves and stuff, maybe do that wrap, like a ninja wrap, how they have the ninja wrap around the calf and the ankle and stuff like that, and then have some sort of ninja shoe. It started out good, it was looking good, and then I was like, oh, this is starting to look terrible. So I was like, well, let me just combine the ninja outfit with maybe just the regular kind of updated kind of Spider-Man, pretty much what they're doing in the Tokon, and maybe a little bit from Fortnite Spider-Man, because I don't know. And then they have rivals as well. So I was kind of using all three as inspiration for this particular Spider-Man. And some parts were cool, some parts was not. At this point, I like the wrap around the stomach, the spider web kind of look around the stomach. That was looking pretty cool. And then I was like, well, why don't Spider-Man have the split toe in his shoe? That would be kind of cool too, So I was experimenting with that, and I liked the way it was looking. It was looking cool. And then I kind of got a little tired with it, and I was like, ugh, let me take a break. Sometimes when you walk away from something and then come back later, you're refreshed, renewed, you got some new ideas, So yeah, that's what I did. I was like, well, I can just put the little spider over one of the chests and, on the side, and then keep the little spider webbing design around his stomach and abdomen, and keep the split toe web shoe. And it was looking cool, but I guess as I looked at it, I was like, something don't seem right, or I was trying to make it look a little cooler because I was like looking at some other references. And I was like, that's been done. Let me try this. Let me try that. And I don't know. I just stopped for a while, and I was like just looking through some other material, other ideas, because like if you go on Pinterest or whatever, there's like a million Spider-Man costume designs, some fan art, some legitimate, some you've seen on comics and movies and whatever. So I took a while. You could almost say I've abandoned the project for a short period of time because something else took my interest, and I was like, on to the next. I'll come back to it later, work on it or whatever. So but as time went on, I eventually got back to it, and just trying to test out some different ideas, but I guess as we got into as I start working on it more and more, I was like, well, let me just go back to the original, with idea of like just kind of tweaking the Tokon outfit, and maybe coming up with some cool ideas with that, because with Spider-Man, he does have like the small spider in the front of his chest, and I was like, well, why don't we just increase the size of it, kind of like getting ideas from what they did with the Tokon, Spider-Man design. And, we'll just change some colors here and there, switch some patterns and whatnot. So I was like, well, let me just get rid of the webbing in the front, and just put that as like kind of like little patches all around the suit. And I was like, that might be kind of cool, have the mask, you put the mask on, you got the webbing on that. And then the rest of it is kind of like just his, kind of like a blue in the middle. And then you have like the black spider, or I can make it red, But then I was trying to think like, okay, what parts are going to be red? What parts are going to be webbing? So I'm still gonna, I guess, figure that out, because I guess I could do maybe like a red spider on the front, and then have the blue on as like the background part of the suit. And then when you turn around to the back, of course you have like the red spider, the basic looking spider, and then you have the blue, of the costume or whatever. So I was like, well, that'll be cool. Make the red spider on the front, and then have the red spider on the back as well, But if I were to turn this character around, I would probably keep that same spider that I have on the front on the back, duplicated on the back, because I want to have like the top of the spider's hands to kind of like move all the way and connect onto the other spider that's in the back of him. So I was like, that's a cool idea. So I kept working with it. I kept playing around with it. I think once I do all the line work, then I'll, kind of take it into like the Adobe Illustrator beta, and then, now they have the turntable in regular Illustrator now. So I'll just take that, spin it around, and just kind of like take a look at it or whatever, So I did do the split toe on there. I put some toes on there. I think I'm gonna take that out, because it looked like you got flip-flops on or something, or actual toed shoes. I was thinking that might be cool too, because there are shoes, you know, they have like the toe shoes. I was like, why don't Spider-Man have toe shoes? But I don't know, now that I look at it, it looks a little on the weird side. So I may just take that out and just continue with the design and the patterns that I have on there. You know, I may just make it into like a shoe, you know, because I was like, maybe the thong, the split toe shoe might work better than the toed shoe, but I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. You know, we'll see when I kind of finish it all or whatever. We'll see what it looks like. But for the most part, it looked like it was coming together. I think as I look at Spider-Man, I'm thinking maybe I should like thin him out a little bit, because he looks a little on the buff side, and I want him to seem more like linky, kind of spider-like. So I may decrease the size of his chest and make it a little bit more thinner. He's still gonna have muscle, but I think I need to definitely thin him down a little bit, you know, make him a little bit more linky, a little bit more scrawnier, but he's going to be lean, and his muscle, I think that way his muscles will kind of pop a little bit more since he's kind of long and lanky. So yeah, but as far as it goes right now, you know, I wanted to kind of keep a little bit of everything he had on the Tokon, because he has like those little wristbands, I guess is for his web fluid, and they kind of go with like that old Japanese version of Spider-Man. So I kind of wanted to keep that. I probably should have designed it a little bit different, because I don't know, I'm looking at it now and I was like, I don't know if I like it. So so I don't know, we'll see. For the most part, I think it came out pretty neat. I think I have to work on my line work a little bit more. I think I need to thin him out, make him a little leaner, but yeah, thank you for watching, and I will holler at you guys later.